always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and that's not true. I've been turkey hunting for over 30 years, long time. And we all have our quirks and we all have our habits that we get into, and we kind of get stuck in a rut. I'm guilty, you're guilty. And because, you know, what we do is working, and so we sort of stay with that pattern. I'm primarily a mouth caller and a box caller, you know, and a slate caller. You know, that's kind of the three calls that I primarily use a lot during the spring turkey, you know, season. But I'm a mouth caller. You know, I like to have my hands free. I like to move through the woods and be able to cut calls pretty quick, and it's just kind of how I operate. But I like a good box call too. Even my little hybrid call, my little Sly hybrid call, which I hope some of you have already gotten. If you haven't, we'll leave a link in this video so you can see that call too. But last year in 2024, I started using a tube call. You saw it on my videos from last year, and a lot of people asked me how I liked it. Well, I'll tell you, I'll never be without one again. Never. I mean, I got so many turkeys to gobble last year and locate gobblers. I located more gobblers last year by tube call than I probably have in many years past using other calls. I mean, every state I hunted, I mean, every place I hunted, I got turkeys to respond from way off, even up close, with a tube call. I don't know what it is about the sound of a tube, but buddy, they like it. Now, in years past, you know, I fooled with a tube call years prior, you know, when I was younger, and I just never really liked the sound very much. But here's kind of how you have to think about it. It isn't really what you like, it's what the turkeys like. And if they like it, then I like it. And I've really become addicted to tube calling last year. So this year, we're going to come out, or we are here in, well, by the time you watch this, it will be on the market. We're coming out with a Old Sly Signature Series tube call. This is the Old Sly Gobble Getter. Now, when I say gobble getter, that's exactly what this thing is. It is a gobble getter. It gets them gobbles when a lot of these calls, other calls, just won't do it. And I know that for a fact. Now, this call is going to come with a lanyard, so you know, you're not going to have to try to find one or buy one. It's going to come with a lanyard. It's going to come with 2 pieces of latex, and it is really a pretty call. It's wooden. It's got the you know, the old Sly Turkey here. It's got my signature here, which I don't think that makes it sound better, but it is a signature handmade call. And what we have done with this call is we've shortened it down. You know, a lot of tube calls are a little bit long, and they have a real big bail at the end of it. Well, actually, we've kind of made this a little bit smaller because we wanted to get that high pitchy sound that the Old Sly series is known for. And it seemed like the bigger the end of the call, the deeper it got. So we wanted to shorten it down and get that higher pitched sound that you know, that I really like, that high frequency sound. Now, we're inside of a room here. It's because it's 5 degrees outside and there's snow on, but this really sounds great when you get outdoors. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos using this call, because I'll be turkey hunting with it every single day of the season. But once the weather breaks and once we kind of get some better filming weather, we're going to get out and we're going to show you what this thing sounds like from a distance and what the turkeys are going to hear. Now, if you've never fooled with a tube call much, but you like to add it to your vest this coming spring, which I'd really recommend, they're not really hard to learn, but it's not like a box call or, say, a slate call that you can just pick up and start calling in just a matter of minutes. You have to kind of get this adjusted to kind of what, you know, is best for you. You know, when you stretch this latex, it comes with the O-ring, and when you stretch the latex over this end piece here, you want to leave a little gap, just so you can see kind of the gap that I've got there, which is kind of where I like it. And you just kind of want to stretch it out, and then you want to put your bottom lip right at the bottom of that reed, and your top lip goes right at the top of the call. Now, there's a lot of great teaching on YouTube on tube calls, so I would suggest you look it up. Some really great teaching from like Harold Knight, some of the legends that's been using this, Cuz Strickland. Some of these guys that's been using this for many years will really teach you in depth how to use this. I would suggest, though, just from my personal experience, is I would suggest that you just get one and then just kind of fool around with the latex and maybe pull on a little bit, loosen it up, tighten it up. You just kind of have to fool with it to get the right note and sound for you. Now, I like a little bit of wrinkle in my latex. As you can see, it's got just a little bit of a wrinkle there. It's not all the way just super tight stretch, but I've actually loosened it up by pulling on it just a little bit, and I like just a little wrinkle toward the bottom. Seems like I get just a better flow of air when I do that. When you're learning to cluck on a tube call, it's not that hard, but you want to be careful not to sound like an alarm putt, because now you can sound like an alarm putt with these calls if you're not careful, and we don't want that sound. So what you want to do is don't say took. Don't say took, because if you say took, this is what you're going to get. Hear that? You know, maybe from a distance it may not matter, but when they get a little bit closer, gobblers get a little bit closer, to me that sounds a little bit too dead and more like an alarm putt. So you want to say the word putt, not took, but putt. Listen to the difference. Hear the difference? It's got a little bit sharper and a little bit more clear note. Whereas took has a little bit of a dead sound, more like a putt. Again, took, putt. Just a little bit of a difference there that I think makes, or could make a difference. So when you're learning to cluck, you're just saying putt. Not took, but putt. Now a tube call is a very loud call. It's a locator call. It's designed to be loud. It's designed to get gobbles from way off. And believe me, last year I got turkeys to answer this thing from a long way. Okay, so I know it works. I also think that what gets turkeys to respond with a tube call a lot of times, where a mouth call and a box call or a slate call or some other call didn't, when you just had come through that area earlier maybe, is because it is a different sound. It's a sound that they're just not used to hearing, but it sounds so good from a distance. I have heard tube calls from 80, 90, 100 yards and go, wow, that sounds amazing. Where up close or maybe in a room, it doesn't sound that great. So last year when I was filming myself from a distance, and where I'd go down the holler, I'd be up on a ridge or whatever, and I'd leave the camera running, man, it sounded so great. No wonder turkeys gobble at it. So it is a loud call, but it is a great sounding, realistic turkey call sound also. Now once you get the cluck down, then you can start trying to learn to do your yelps. And it's pretty easy. You just kind of have, again, to get your lip in the right place, just adjust your latex and, kind of just fool around with it a little bit. It's not really that hard. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I say it's an idiot call. If this idiot can do it, you can do it too. But you're just putting your lips in the right spot, and you're just starting to make some, good yelps. Now it's going to sound dead in the room here, and also we're mic'd up, so it's going to sound a little bit deader than what it does out there. But believe me, I heard this call echoing out of, like just echoing through the woods last year. Like you could hear it echoing at times. And man, I mean, gobblers were just going crazy at it from a distance. Last year I was hunting in Tennessee, and it was pouring the rain. The day before, I got these turkeys located with a tube call from way off. We set up on them, but we just never could get the right ground on them because it was a wide open field, and we just couldn't get the right ground on them on day one. Well, day two, the rains was supposed to come in, and boy, did it. I mean, it was just pouring, the rain. Well, we got a blind and we set up right up in the middle of the field. I mean, just set it right up in the middle of that hump where them gobblers was at the earlier that day before. And in the rain, I got these turkeys to respond with a tube call. They wouldn't respond to nothing else. I was trying box calling. I was trying mouth calling. I was trying every call I could, had in my vest, and I just couldn't get them to respond. When I hit this tube call, man, they just started hammering from a ways off in the pouring down rain. So think about that. All that rain and noise, they heard that tube call and they started responding to it. And I was able to call them turkeys up that field in the pouring down rain and right to me with the tube call. So, on days when you really need something to get out there, this is the call to do it with. And days where they won't respond to anything else, you can pull this thing out and could make a whole lot of difference. And you know what? It gets them gobbles. And that's why we call it the Gobble Getter. Now, will a tube call work every single day of a turkey season and get turkeys fired up enough to start running into you? No, no call does that. But I can tell you, after last year of using a tube call, I was amazed and blown away at the gobblers I located and got them interested enough to start coming my way. I'll never be without one again, and I really think that we've come up with a great little call here. Now, these are available right now at springfevercustomcalls.com, so you want to run over there and get you one. Now, there is a limited edition, so I think we're going to have about 200 of these made. All right, they're going to come with the lanyard, 2 pieces of latex, and the O-ring, and the call. After 200, it may be a while before they're back in stock because we're making a lot of different calls, and we just can't keep up with the demand to make a call like this, just constantly with all the other calls that we got to make in the Old Sly series. But if they sell out pretty quick, we will try to get more in stock, but you're going to have to be patient. But go over there right now and get one, the Old Sly Gobble Getter Matt Dale Signature Series tube call. And I promise you, you will be amazed at the gobblers that you'll get to respond when you start using a tube call. So check them out at springfevercustomcalls.com, and we hope to see you using these, and send us a picture when you locate that gobbler and get him all the way in. We're going to be doing more videos once the weather breaks and once once we can get outdoors. We're going to be doing some more in-depth calling on this call, and little secrets that I found that you can really do to enhance this call, and even do some soft calling on it. Little tricks of the trade. But we just wanted to introduce this call to you right now and get it on the market. So here it is, the new call for 2025, the Gobble Getter Old Sly Series Signature Tube Call. Go get you one today, and you won't be disappointed. Hey, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope I've said something that'll help you in this upcoming turkey season. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for all the great turkey hunting content coming in the weeks to come. We're going to be doing a lot more videos like this one, and also be turkey hunting when season opens, so you don't want to miss none of that. Make sure down in the description of this video to check out all the information on our sponsors and partners that partner with us, Stoker Firearms, where you can check out all the great shotguns there. We've been using Stoker for years, and they make a great shotgun for the money, so make sure to check out their website. Check out springfevercustomcalls.com, where you can check out my Old Sly signature line of turkey calls and all the other great calls there at springfevercustomcalls.com. Check out Tidewe.com, where you can get a lot of great hunting products over there as well, such as boots, blinds, turkey vests, rangefinders. Lots of great products over there at Tidewe. And make sure to use the promo code DALE so you can get a better discount on your purchase over there as well. Check out Kona Scopes, GameCuffs. All the information will be there in the description of the video. Make sure to join me on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram. Come over and follow me all year long over there as well. They'll be down in the description of the video as well. Join me on Patreon, where you can support us if this channel has been a blessing to you, you can support us with a small monthly donation over there as well, and we really appreciate it. It goes right back in the Dale Outdoors and helps us to keep bringing better videos year after year to you. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.